All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. I'd like for you to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons for me, notification buttons. All right, anyway, so I want to continue to talk. I know I went on vacation, by the way, so, I was on vacay, to be socially correct or politically, whatever. Anyway, so now, I want to continue to talk about this whole thing about the whole anti-Semitism, everything, all that stuff. And I think that's like the thing that needs to really be addressed more and more. The two things that I look at are reparations and all of the stuff that, okay, I don't have freedom of speech. I think that's what everybody really wants. We don't have freedom of speech. Supposedly, the Constitution and the amendments to the Constitution are supposed to give us freedom of speech, supposed to give every citizen freedom of speech. And of course, we can go back to Dred Scott. Dred Scott talking about, that all that stuff wasn't even really written for us. All right. So, so here's my thing. I believe that there should be reparations, and I believe that there should be a constitutional convention. I believe that because the landscape is different, and anybody that's a decent person or a citizen of the world, because face it, everything now it's a world economy, it's a world system. Everything is based on the world. But what have they done? They have compartmentalized us down into little segments, and they're dividing us up again, and they're using this virus to divide everybody up. We got people fighting about face masks and stupidity, and it's like, okay, I don't really, I understand like public places, yeah, that's cool, this, that, and the other thing, and you got to do what you got to do. But for us to be like sitting up here tripping, we're first of all, we're human beings. All right, we have a brain, and we have the ability to think and reason and do all of that. So with the ability to think and reason, when something doesn't seem like it's right for you, and I'm not even talking about me, but when something doesn't seem right for you, then you got to make a change. And so that's what the whole thing. I remember like back in the day when all the, everybody was, first of all, Farrakhan is anti-Semitic, right? Farrakhan ain't anti-Semitic. Farrakhan is just pro-black. But everybody wants to put a spin on it, just like they tried to do with, like I said, back in the day, Yasser Arafat, with the Palestinians. Okay, he's evil and blah, da, 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 and we won't deal with him and we won't make a deal with him. But most of that was propaganda. There was never really much truth to any of that. It was just a ploy so that the Zionists could keep some sort of power and control over everything. And that's what they're doing now. See, we don't realize it's like this game is being played at a high level. So the game is being played at a high level. So if I can't be pro me, if I can't be pro black, if I can't be pro my family, if I can't be pro, all of these things have been taken away from us. Why do you think they broke up our families? Why do you think they took our language away? Why do you think, all of the origins of language come from where we came from? Alkebulan is the origin of everything. It's the mother. Why you think it's the motherland? There is no, and nobody else can prove anything differently, but that is the motherland. And they cannot prove, it's like, okay, so all the stuff that they say, it's like now, I don't believe it. It's like, prove it. If you have something, then prove it. As they do in Missouri, show me. Don't be trying to tell me this or tell me that. Show me or prove to me that your historical facts are correct. And then, I'll back down. But all of this stuff, in every industry, there are people who claim the Jewish religion. All right? And once again, being a Jew is not a race, it is a religion. Because there are people that come from all ethnic origins that consider themselves to be Jews. And most of them happen to be from what? European, Caucasian, Greek, Roman type things, including people that are, you know, I mean, including people that subscribe to the things that the Catholic Church says. And y'all have to admit, all of this stuff was a ploy for power and control. Our destiny, and that's why I keep on mentioning this whole thing about manifestation and manifest destiny and whatever your destiny is, it's already predetermined by what your thoughts are. But if I can steal your thoughts, if I can steal your God, and I can steal your thoughts, and I can steal your language, and I can steal your family, that's why we know what George Washington looks like, but how many people know what their great-great-great-great-grandfather looked like? And I talk about ancestors and elders, and because the reason why I'm on this kick now about the ancestors and the elders is because I talk to mine. See, energy cannot be destroyed. Once again, energy cannot be destroyed. All of the energy, look, just like people be saying, keep that same energy. Well, keep the same energy that your elders and that your ancestors had, because they were able to get through the matrix. So they know some stuff that we don't know. Even at my advanced age, there's a lot of stuff that they know that we don't know. Those Akashic records that are out there in space, where how did our elders and our ancestors, how were they able to invent and create all of this stuff? But yet and still, we don't get any credit for it. They put other people's names and dates and everything else in the history books, but those are not true. And they just doing it, why? So that they can keep us down. And the main thing right now is the whole reparations thing too. They're gonna always be racist people, and they're gonna be people that are always gonna hate us or think that we should be in a subordinate position to them or whatever. But that's their problem. That's not our problem. That's their problem. Okay? That's not our problem. It's like, be who you are. To thine own self be true. Know thyself, and to thine own self be true. And then follow the other laws of the universe. And if you do that, nobody is above anybody. Nobody is better than anybody. That's not what we're saying. All we're trying to say is, look, give me my just due for what we did and what we're doing and what we will do. I mean, come on. The United States of America should be ashamed of itself. Most of the people, I've worked with homeless people since 1999, right? And all of the people that you see on the street, most of them are veterans or who have done things for the United States of America, and then the United States of America just turns their back on them. It's horrible. We're the most incarcerated country in the world. All we do is lock people in jail cells. We don't have, there are countries that we talk about and call, shithole countries or whatever President, Trump has to say about them. But guess what? They got universal health care. Their people aren't dying, So that's what I'm saying. You got to wake up and smell the cappuccino, because cappuccino is pretty good, But wake up and realize that look, we have sacrificed everything. We sacrificed life, limb, blood, sweat, tears, everything for this country. We have fought in every war that this country has had. Our people have gone to war, fought, and died. There's no, to sit up there and call somebody unpatriotic is BS. Black folks are the most patriotic people in the world. The most loyal people in the world, the most forgiving, the kindest people in the world. You can't say otherwise. How can you say otherwise? And it's not that we hate Jews. We don't hate Jews. We really don't. But we just want to be held in the same esteem, and that our sacrifices and that the things that we have done are honored along with everybody else. That's all we want. It's like, okay, and we want our money because we did too much for this country. And it's only fair, not to mention it's good for the country. Economically, it's absolutely good for the country to have people in better positions, starting corporations, starting companies, putting things into economic use and all that kind of stuff. It's better for the country. Instead of what, having a race war. That's better because a certain group of people want to be in control of everything. But it's a worldwide economy now. It's not gonna be like it was. And even to the white folks that run around talking about and the black folks that run around talking about that slavery was a necessary evil. It was a business decision. Okay, I agree with that, but I disagree with the fact that now that we know what the deal is, we got to change what's going on. We can't continue to walk down the same path. That's ridiculous because it's not going to get us anywhere. And the one thing that the Chinese said about the United States that was right is like, if you guys would spend less time going to war and more time, trying to invent stuff and to create stuff, you would have more money, hands and feet above everybody else. And so stop trying to depress the black man and depress the black man and depress the black man and the black population. It's like, stop it, because it's not fruitful. And the other thing is, y'all been doing it for 500 years and we still ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But all of these fear and scare tactics and the fact that you don't allow us to speak our mind, that's a detriment not only to you, but it's a detriment to the country, because you don't know if you were putting money into these young black men that are brilliant and that are geniuses. The only money that y'all put into black men is if they play basketball, play football, play baseball, play sports. That's it. And then y'all mad at them because they trying to speak out. Some of them are trying to speak out, but y'all threaten them at every point. That's systemic racism. That's white supremacy, because y'all don't want them to speak out about what's going on. That's the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. That's what it is. He's not non-patriotic. He just tired of getting his behind kicked. That ain't if you go out, why you gotta be scared to breathe, scared to walk down the street, scared to go to the store, scared to ride in the car with your wife, scared to ride in the car with your children, all that kind of stuff. That's ridiculous. And that's all we want. We not trying to take y'all over or nothing. We not trying to seek revenge. That's the other thing. If everybody was really trying to seek revenge against the white race, it would be horrible. So that's not what we after. We just after, even if y'all don't like us, then at least give us separate but equal. Give us separate but equal. But don't sit up there and keep on, and all these people, every time they say something racist, then they apologize. That's bullshit. That's utter BS. Okay? Oh, well, I said this, that, and the other thing, but now because I want to keep my job, I'm sorry. And in part and parcel, that's what Nick Cannon had to do. Nick Cannon had to kiss the ring. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say anything anti-Semitic. That's bullshit. Nick Cannon is the greatest, right now he's the youngest, greatest television producer. Bill Cosby is the greatest television producer ever. All right, stop. Stop. Just stop. And then, but all of a sudden, they're bad people. They're shed in a bad light. And that's why, and I brought up Bill Cosby because to me, that's one of the greatest racial injustices ever. He did too much good for this country, but y'all won't let him out. But y'all letting all these pedophiles and rapists and deceivers and liars and thieves out. Y'all letting them out because of coronavirus, but y'all not gonna let an 80-some-year-old man out who did so much good for this country. As a matter of fact, he was the one that put black people on the straight and narrow path to go to educate themselves and to go to school and to form strong families and all of that. That's where we need to go. We don't need to go towards the love and hip hop and Real Housewives of this and Real Housewives of that. That's bull crap. To sit up there and y'all systemically show black women and black men fighting each other, and then y'all talk about black on black crime. Anyway, I'm done. Fastest 15 minutes is up. Y'all just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I love y'all, but think it ain't illegal yet.